Hello friends, welcome to iExamB. I'm Arunima, and as you know that tomorrow is your SEBI Phase 1 online written examination. So in this session we are going to see from this moment onwards what are the things which we must do and what are the things which we should avoid so that we should be able to perform to the best of our ability. So you know that tomorrow two papers would be there, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 QRE and general awareness, that is 60 minutes and 80 questions. Okay, 60 minutes 80 questions. In paper 2 it is going to be 40 minutes and 50 questions. Now it is very important that whatever you have studied in last 6 to 8 months or whatever practice you have done, now in these 100 minutes tomorrow, actually you need to apply all the knowledge that you know. You should be able to use that knowledge to answer the questions correctly, isn't it? And also because see, you can see in paper 1 only 60 minutes and 80 questions. That means you should be able to choose the right questions. Otherwise, you will end up spending your precious time in wrong questions, and all those questions which actually you could answer, you would not be able to get time for those questions. Also, it is important to mention that there would be negative marking, so you should not do blind guessing. Second, in paper 1, cutoff is 30%. That means if you are able to get 30% in paper 1 and 40% in paper 2 and aggregate 80%, then you will be eligible for phase 2. Also, sectional cutoff is not there. That means you need not clear the sectional cutoff of quant, reasoning, or English. It is not like that. So, your aim should be to score minimum 30 in paper 1, 30 marks, minimum 40 marks in paper 2, and minimum 80 aggregate. That means paper 1 plus paper 2. You can see the gap between these two. Total of this is 70, but aggregate is 80. That means 10 more marks you should score from any of these papers. Your total should be 80 plus, in which paper 1 should be 30 plus and paper 2 should be 40 plus. Now, at this moment, your thinking pattern is really important because thoughts are the seeds of your actions, isn't it? No matter what action you are going to take, some of you might be thinking that, okay, I have not prepared well this year, so let me skip this year. Next year, I am going to prepare for this. Some of you will think like this and then act. That means they will take the decision that they are not going to appear. Some of you may be thinking that, okay, I have not prepared that well, but okay, cutoff is only 30% in paper 1 and 40% in paper 2, and aggregate is 40%. So maybe somehow I would be able to manage 40% in this examination, and then at least I would be eligible for phase 2. And for that, I'm going to get 40 days. This thought will lead to the action that you would go and write the exam. That is why thoughts are very important. And many times actually each year we see that some students, they prepare really well, and we know that if they write, they may clear the exam, but in the last moment, I don't know what happens, they don't write the exam. And when we ask, then they say that I thought that I'm not prepared enough. So this kind of mistakes you should not do. So okay, I would suggest that just watch your thoughts, what you are thinking right now, and if it is going in the wrong direction, quickly replace your thoughts with a right thought. Suppose at this moment you start watching your thought and you see that you are thinking that I have wasted a lot of time last year. So I don't think I would be able to make it this year, right? So the moment you become aware of your thought, you should replace this with another thought. Okay, I have wasted, but that time has gone. Nobody, actually, not even God can change the time which you have already spent, isn't it? So, but what is in our hand? Always you should think about what is in our hand and what is not in our hand. So, thinking about the past is not going to help you in any way. So, in these 24 hours, today and tomorrow, till your exam is over, focus on this exam only. Be in the present. Don't think about what mistakes you have done or you wasted a lot of time, or about the future, that what if I'm not able to clear it, and this or that. Okay, be in the present. So this time is really really precious, and this time you cannot actually afford to waste thinking about past or the future. Okay, suppose you are thinking, what if I am not able to clear? Then replace it with, I'll think about it after the exam. Tell yourself, okay, this is not the right time to think about it. After tomorrow's exam, we'll analyze. I'm going to analyze that whether I'm going to clear it or not, or what if I clear, or what if I am not going to clear. Then, if you are thinking that I'm not prepared, I'll prepare for next year. This is a very dangerous thought. Quickly replace it with, even for next year, why not begin now? So actually you are only getting lazy, and you are giving yourself a justification that you are not prepared. Even if you are going to prepare for the next year, then also tomorrow when you go and write the exam, that is going to help you for next year also. So I have given you just some examples. If some other thoughts are coming to you, please write in the comment section, and I'll tell you how to replace, which thought should replace your that negative thoughts. You will see, and you will not think about your past or future or anything like this. Then what to do? Because if you don't know that what you need to do, then in that time you tend to think about something which is not going to be very beneficial. Okay, just try to organize your thoughts. Just think about your strong areas, and in your mind promise yourself that these are my strong areas. In these areas I'm not going to make any mistake. Think about the mistakes you were doing while doing the mock test, and in your mind just remind yourself that, okay, I tend to make these kinds of mistakes, I'm not going to do these mistakes. All these things should go in your mind. When your mind will be preoccupied with these things, then no other thought will come to your mind. Okay, then go through your revision notes. So while preparing for this examination, you must have prepared some revision notes. So go through those revision notes today, so that it will get revised in your mind. So many things, there might be many things which are in your long-term memory. So it will be like refreshing it. Okay, so it will help you refresh it. Just go through each chapter. Just think about a chapter. Suppose, for example, quant. So quant, if I think about area and volume, so area, okay, this is square, this is rectangle, this is the what is the formula. And suppose in the process you forget any formula. Okay, this I need to see. Kind of for each chapter you need to do it in your mind, and you can do it actually very quickly. And if you think that, okay, since in it is only 30% qualifying marks, so some chapter you need not do any new chapter. Suppose in quant you have done only 6 chapters, so today you have to revise only those 6 chapters. Don't do anything new, right? So now what you should do in the examination hall? So settle down and do some deep breathing. That will really really help you. And just tell yourself that, yes, I have prepared well, and I am going to do well in this examination. So just continuously, like a mantra, you tell yourself, right? Then second point is, be there in the examination hall. At that moment, nothing else is important, and nothing should be between you and your paper. Okay, so you should be then and there in the examination hall. That is also going to be very important. And see, you don't know what type of questions they are going to ask, because all of you know that SEBI has changed this pattern, syllabus, everything this year. So suppose you get a paper which is like not as per your expectation, then I would suggest that don't react, don't panic, but you have to respond. What is the difference between reaction and response? So reaction may, you don't give yourself time to think, and you just react. Okay, but when you respond, you take a pause and just think, just say yourself, okay, if it is difficult, it is difficult for everybody, not only for me. Okay, second, you can say that I have to score only 80 marks out of 200. I'll pick the right questions, and I will be able to score 80 marks, at least 80 marks in the examination. Also, this I have discussed in my previous sessions, but I am reiterating that you must be able to pick the right questions. So if you are doing quant, you should not start with the question number one. If question number one is arithmetic questions or data sufficiency questions or quantity one, quantity two question, you skip. You just look for series questions first, series, quadratic equation, and simplification approximation if it is there, and then data interpretation question. After doing these four, then only move to arithmetic questions, right? Similarly, in English, avoid doing RC in the beginning. First, go for individual questions like fillers, fill up the blanks, and in the end, you should attempt RC and parajumbles. Okay. Then, if I talk about reasoning section, they also don't attempt first the puzzle and setting arrangement. First, do all the silogs like coded inequalities, blood relations, all these questions you should attempt first, common sense reasoning, coding, decoding, and then only after doing all those questions, you should attempt puzzles and sitting arrangement. Also, in puzzles and sitting arrangements, you must be able to see that which is the easier one, and then you should do that only, right? In general awareness, you should go through all the questions quickly, and wherever you know the answer, you should mark it. Also, if I talk about paper 2, first you should attempt Companies Act and management questions. In the first round, wherever you get Companies Act and management questions, you attempt first those, and then in other subjects where you are very confident. Otherwise, you can skip because negative marking would also be there. And in the end, after doing all the questions which you knew, then you should attempt the numericals in the end. So I'll end this session with a beautiful quote, which is very, very apt here. It says, a bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not on the branch but on its own wings. So, similarly, you also have to rely on your ability, on your preparation. You have to rely on your own wings, and you will come out with flying colors. So, have faith and believe in yourself. All the very best. Give your 100% and do your best. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching.